Hey guys, welcome back to Football Predictions. Today I'm going to be giving out picks from Friday to Sunday. Thank God the international break is over. Let's focus on the top 5 leagues and other bets. As you know, on this channel we bet on goals and single games. If you want to review the previous bets from the previous videos, just go on them. Right now, let's start with the top 5 leagues from Friday. Let's roll. For the first game, we go to La Liga, a game between Rayo Vallecano and Alaves. Which week is it going to be in La Liga? Is there going to be a lot of goals? Is there going to be a lot of under 1.5 games? You just never know. It's one of the most unpredictable leagues in the top 5 leagues. But I never bet on Alaves when they play at home because usually it's an under 1.5 game. But this is a different story. They're playing away. They lost their 2 previous games, 1-0 to Getafe and Cadiz. And Rayo Vallecano has a slump right now of not scoring for 180 minutes. As you know, they had the shocking defeat against Atletico, and then they lost to Betis. I think they get through that slump in this game. But I'm going to be playing a more safer bet here. I'm going to be taking that Rayo Vallecano is going to be scoring over 1 goal for odds 158. I don't suggest you go for over 1.5 goals because that's too risky, but the odds are 240. So we're taking as the first bet that Rayo Vallecano is going to be scoring over 1 goal for odds 158. For the second pick, we go to the Dutch division, a game between Helmond Sports and Top Os. This is something we've done during the international break. We've bet on Den Bosch, remember, against Cambuur. That went through, a team that hasn't scored in 2 away games. And the situation here is similar. Top Os hasn't scored in 2 away games, and there's a lot of goals in the second Dutch division. But here we're going to be taking that both teams are going to be scoring for odds 172. For the third and the final pick, we go to the championship. First time we're doing this on this channel, well, this league. Hull City against Coventry. Hull so far has looked much better than last year. They got a lot of new players, and the stat I'm looking at is that they have scored in every single game. They've played 5 games and they scored in all of them. They're currently in the top 6 places in the championship, meaning they will be fighting for the playoff relegation. I know it's too early, but I'm confident with Hull City at least scoring 1 goal in this one against Coventry. So that's the third bet we're going to be taking, that Hull City will score over 1 goal for odds 158 against Coventry. As far as the other games on Friday, there's Bayern Leverkusen and PSG Nice. I'm going to be leaving those out. Pretty unpredictable to me, and the odds are way too low to take on goals. So guys, if you're going to be betting those games, good luck. But I'm telling you, right now, Bayern Leverkusen is a great team under Xabi Alonso. They're actually first by goal difference against Bayern, and PSG. Just too unpredictable in the beginning of the year. So, but good luck if you're going to be taking them. So that's it for our picks on Friday. Just to go over really fast, we've got Rayo Vallecano over 1. Helmond Sports, Top Os, both teams to score, and Hull City over 1 goal. So let's begin with the Saturday's picks. We got a game of the week in Serie A between Inter and Milan. Anything can happen, as you know, in the derby. Milan haven't scored in 4 consecutive games for the first time in history. They're both ranked at the top. I think they're going to be the ones fighting for the Scudetto, both at 9 points, won all the 3 games. Milan is much better in attack this year. Leao and Pulisic from the wings, Giroud is scoring the goals. I can definitely see Milan breaking that streak and scoring at least 1 goal. Milan is going to be missing Tomori due to suspension. Also, I believe they had a couple of injuries during the international break, so they might be missing 2 starters in defense. And I'm liking what Inter is doing this year with the addition of Thuram. Look, guys, I think it's going to be an entertaining derby. I see both teams scoring, and I'm taking the odds 173, so BTTS for our first pick on Saturday. Then we move to the Premier League, a game between Newcastle and Brentford. Newcastle, it's been already 3 games in a row they lost. First one was to Man City, which is understandable, 1-0 away. Okay, then they've got a Liverpool, 10-man Liverpool team. They were winning, then they lost in the end. 2 goals from Darwin Núñez, and in the third game, they got embarrassed by Brighton. Now they're playing Brentford, which is a solid away team, but no way it's happening again. Newcastle is going to win this game, but I'm not going to be taking the win. I'm going to be taking for the first time on this channel that Newcastle is going to be scoring over 1.5 goals. So yeah, over 1.5 goals, meaning 2 goals. For odds 160, that's the team that I'm most confident in this week, is that Newcastle is finally going to bounce back, win the game, and score the 2 goals. So that's our second pick. Oh, by the way, and a stat that Brentford also hasn't lost in the Premier League. So that's going to be their first loss of the season. Then we go to the Bundesliga, Leipzig against Augsburg. I've been high on Leipzig all year. They've been dominating teams at home. They score a lot at home. But you know what? Augsburg is the team that always scores against big top teams when you least expect it. Just look what they did with the 2 encounters against Leipzig in the previous 2 years. They managed to score 2 and 3 goals. And I'm going to be taking Augsburg on this one, that they're going to be scoring at least 1 goal for odds 305. Look, if you want to play safer in this bet, you can take Augsburg for over 0.5 goals. The odds are still good at 170. But you know what? I think they might even score 2 goals in this one. This may be kind of a 3-3 game, 4-2. I'm rolling with Augsburg over 1 goal. Then we stay in the Bundesliga. Wolfsburg against Union. Union are the superior team. They had a terrible loss to Leipzig, actually, 0-3 last weekend. They're going to bounce back this game. I'm taking Union to score over 1 goal for odds 184. And for the last pick on Saturday, we go to La Liga, game between Celta Vigo and Mallorca. This one is pretty simple to me. Celta Vigo hasn't still scored at home this season. They lost 0-1 and 0-2. So there's no way that they're going to go 3 games without scoring a goal. I'm taking Celta Vigo over 1 goal against Mallorca for odds 167. So this is it for our Saturday's bets. Now let's move on to end the weekend. On Sunday, let's begin with my favorite Serie A, Monza against Lecce. Expectations were pretty high at the beginning of the season for Monza, but so far they're only with 3 points in 3 games. While Lecce has been the surprise team in Serie A, they're currently 4th with 7 points. But you know what? Soon they're gonna start dropping points. I can see the possibility happening this week. I'm taking Monza over 1 goal for odds 150. For the second pick, we go to the Bundesliga, game between Darmstadt and Borussia Mönchengladbach. This one has 2 sides to the story. It's pretty simple. Darmstadt has been conceding a lot of goals this year, and Borussia Mönchengladbach have been scoring a lot of goals this year, and surely they're going to be scoring at least 1, and I'm going to be taking that. Odds are 145 for Borussia to score at least 1 goal, over 1 for odds 145. And for the last pick, probably my favorite pick of the whole week, it's a game between Roma and Empoli. Empoli is the only team in Serie A and only team in the top 5 leagues that haven't scored a goal yet. And it's happening this week. I think Roma is going to be scoring 2. They'll probably win the game because they're in a crisis mode. They still haven't won a game. I'm taking that both teams are going to be scoring. The odds are good. It's at 210, so that's going to be our last pick. Guys, so this is it for the weekend. We've got over 11 picks. Good luck if you're going to be selecting any of those games. If you're happy with the odds, maybe you're going to be putting them in a multi-bet slip or taking them as single games. Also, let me know if you have any lock of the week for you, just 1 game with odds over 150, preferably closer to 2, and write down why you're selecting the bet. I would love to hear it. Maybe I'm going to be taking that bet as well. So yeah, guys, bet responsibly, stay healthy, and then I'll be back for on Monday, I believe. Yeah, it's the Champions League. Finally, the Champions League is back. There's a Europa League, Conference League, a lot of games. So yeah, I'll see you on Monday, guys. Have a good weekend. Adios.